on EA Sports. On tap is what should be a pretty good matchup between the Washington Redskins and the Minnesota Vikings. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, it's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building. And just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Washington Redskins. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Redskins, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll be left back out of Michigan State. The former Spartan, it's Kirk Cousins.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And the offensive starters for the Vikings.
And this certainly doesn't seem like an ideal situation for them because they're coming in on a losing streak, and they've got the quick turnaround right here to Thursday night. But maybe that's for the best. Get right back on the horse and go at it again and not dwell on the losing that they've had in recent weeks.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one a first down pickup of 8. Now a play fake here on first down. Going for the deep ball. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. And this is Cook with a grab. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
To throw, Cousins. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game? It's the side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
I can't believe they let you play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins, complete. Smith has it. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, it has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Here is Cook on 3rd and goal, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. This is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So out comes the Redskins offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by the number 1 overall pick back in 2015 out of Florida State, Jameis Winston.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A look at the numbers for Geis a week ago. 24 carries, a touchdown to go along with 124 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Now a man in his 13th NFL season, it's Adrian Peterson. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. And here a look at the offensive starters for the Redskins.
And partner, sometimes it's good for a team to get the Thursday nighter right after a loss because you don't have very long to stew on what just happened. You have to turn right around, get ready, and go out and play again. Or, as one of the veterans told me, I actually like this because I can keep my anger for this short amount of time and take it out on the other team.
A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run with Geis. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Defensively, let's go ahead and meet the starting 11 for Minnesota. They've certainly had their struggles against the run, the 30th ranked unit out of 32 teams in the NFL.
The numbers are definitely not in their favor, but every time I click on the film and watch them, I see stretches where they play against the run really well. Their biggest problem, when they give up those explosive runs, those 30, 40, 50-yard runs, that'll really mess up your averages.
From the 41, Winston. That's complete to Demetrius Harris, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. First down, Winston. This one caught by Ridley. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Play fake, Winston. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Ouch. Could have been a game-tying touchdown. They'll have to hold on that at least for now.
Ouch in a big way. Like ripping the Band-Aid off there. Can they let the sting subside and come back and get it done?
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll lead here to a third down. Winston. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
So on fourth down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10, and he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Come on. Check 9, check 9.
A nice pickup on first down, 7 yards.
56 is the mic.
On second down, Cook. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down right around the 37. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Cousins gives way to Cook. Cook stripped. The ball's out.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
6, right there, 56.
Off the play fake, Cousins. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Ryan Anderson. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. 3rd and long for Cousins. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Here we go.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
You got him. You got him.
Now it's a bootleg with Winston. He's got Jake Butt as tight end, and he'll be corralled right around the 34. Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Jameis to throw it. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Geis with the carry on second down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. On the ground, it's Cook. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. The Vikings on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Cousins to throw it. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Cousins to his tight end Rudolph for a Viking first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Cousins now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Now Cook. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
That's it, baby. That's it. That's it. Big hit.
From the 38, Cousins firing quickly here, and that's complete.
That's it, baby.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now Cousins completes it to the fullback, Ham. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Ben Gideon in on the stop. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. No gain on the dump off. It's 2nd down.
I know you felt that one.
It's Geis on the counter. And an alley to run. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the 2nd quarter. And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. On the carry, it's Cook. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
Let's go, fellas.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, here we go.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jonathan Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They don't want to repeat a 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Right there, 56. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Breaks a tackle. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. So far they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Cody Latimer, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. The 2nd down throw for Winston. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now we've got whistles here before the snap. Was this on the Redskins? I think so. So that'll back them up 5. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters, as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Following the penalty, it's Geis. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Tressway now. He's been terrific so far. Fielded just inside the 20.
Come on now, let's go.
So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and CD in a minute. First, it's time to take a look at what we've got coming your way this weekend in the NFL. The best of the early games on Sunday may just be in Buffalo, where the Bills face a big test as they get set to host the Philadelphia Eagles. Good games in the late afternoon as well, one being out in Santa Clara, where it'll be the 49ers taking on the Carolina Panthers. And finally, on Sunday Night Football, in the NFL's 100th season, it's the rematch of what became the very first Super Bowl, Packers and Chiefs, from Arrowhead Stadium. Meanwhile, in our game, just the lone touchdown accounting for all the scoring, a tight one, 7-0 is the score. And for the call of the second half, we send it back to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big gain.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. On the draw, they go to Geis. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Winston finding his target. It's Cody Latimer. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
Get ready.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 right at the 20. From the shotgun, it's Winston. It's brought in by Harris. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Black 25. 54. All day, dog.
Now Winston. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Demetrius Harris, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Again, it's Winston. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Trey Quinn, his 4th touchdown on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
Hopkins with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it was polished off by a Redskin touchdown. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They run again on first down. Cook. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, it's Cook. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 41-yard line.
Let's go.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Check.
To throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. And he's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. From 10 yards out. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast. But a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that makes the score 14-7. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter. Despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Geis. Now we're going to get a stoppage, and oh boy, that looks to be Geis who is down on the turf. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go, D. Here I come.
They'll try to throw now. Winston. And that is incomplete. Out of the backfield, Adrian Peterson was the intended target. And it's 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42.
so much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Here's Tressway now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage. And, again, that second score here in the 3rd quarter. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now a run with Cook. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
On first down, Cook. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run it again with Cook. And an alley to run. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
Here we go.
7 yards there and a first down. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Check 56. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? Well, a lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
That run is what defenses don't like about dealing with Adrian Peterson. His ability to drop a shoulder and run through contact.
And he's amazing at keeping those strong legs going, isn't he?
For him, no run is ever truly over. I mean, he's actually not even convinced that when they blow the whistle, he's actually down. That's how he finishes runs in a big way.
A first down throw for Winston. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ready? Ready. Rip right, rip right.
Winston now from the 50. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Peterson. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The intended target was the rookie Terry McLaurin, but it'll be second down. On second down, Winston again.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Now, listen, it's a team game. We know that. But where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? So they take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again. But on offense, they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right. And you just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
The offense on third down tonight, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. They run. Cook. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Let's get in there. Let's get in there.
On play action, Cousins. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Right there, 56. Crunch time, defense.
Here's Madison running on first down. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one. 2nd
and 2 now. The penalty leaves him in pretty good shape. Here's Cousins. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Tajay Sharp, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. The Vikings on 3rd down. Now, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. Here it's 3rd and 2. To throw is Cousins. And Rudolph has got it. The big tight end for a Viking touchdown. Kyle Rudolph. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Bailey got the extra point, and it's now 21-7. That time a 9-play drive, and it's polished off by a Viking score. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Let's go.
Jameis to throw it. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Winston airing it out, looking for Ridley. He's got a man, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 39 yards there, a big one.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Throwing again. Winston on 2nd and 10. That'll be caught. It's Steven Sims. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 27-yard line. Winston now to throw on first down. And that'll be incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that could be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Winston now. Got an open man, it's Harmon. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Jameis again. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's second and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They'll run for it with Peterson. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field, and that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. Third down. Working out of the gun. Winston. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Cody Latimer, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Extra point good by Hopkins. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Ryan Kerrigan, that is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here third and long.
Double dog, that's the way.
They go play action. Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. And they convert on third with a gain of 22. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a first and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
Now Cousins. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here third and long. Third down, Dalvin Cook. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Britton Colquitt now. as he's on to punt for Minnesota. This is taken at about the 14. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. A look at Jameis Winston now as he gears up to lead this offense again. He's had quite the turnaround, Charles. At the start of the game, passing game was a little bit of a mess, but he's back on the horse, so to speak.
Love seeing how someone can rebound from a slow start or a tough start. Means that they're strong mentally. They've kind of calmed themselves down. Everyone's rallied around them. Maybe they didn't change game planning a little bit in order to make things better for them.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Winston to throw.
And that absolutely cannot happen. Just a gain of a yard in this situation, you've got to get chunks of yardage. Otherwise, the defense, very happy with what you're doing.
They'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Winston. And he fires one incomplete. Tried to get that one to Jake Butt, but now it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. He's got Jake Butt as tight end. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. He'll find Barber out of the backfield. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Back to throw. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. He was trying to get it to AP out of the backfield, but now it'll be 3rd down. One last shot now for Winston. Going for it all. And this is incomplete, so no miracles here on the final play, and this ball game is over. But, Charles, a one-score game. Down to the end we went. They had one final play in that one-score game. We all knew what was coming, the Hail Mary. They just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated, was it? We all knew, as you said, and go long. We'll see if we can find someone open. They didn't get it done. Someone's happy. Someone is not.
So for the Vikings, they'll finish the first half of the schedule dead even at 4-4. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Kansas City next week. Meanwhile, for Washington, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.